Welcome back guys on the Need for Speed Heat, and today we'll be testing the modern GTI and we'll see how the modern GTI stacking against the older Mark 1 GTI and which one is the daddy. I'm very interested which one of those two will be quicker, to be honest, because this little lovely GTI Mark 1 already shocked me with the result, because we actually achieved an amazing time on the Sonic race. Obviously it was mediocre on the NASCAR circuit, but it was amazing on the Sonic race. Then golf, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of golfs. They look boring to me. They look like any other car. This one looks pretty much like Scirocco, which is beautiful look, don't understand me wrong. They are very nice cars. They are just not cars for me personally. I would prefer to own a Ford Focus, as I did in my life. Then we'll move on to the car build, and we'll see what we can do with this car, and interestingly what you can do with the outside of it. I don't really know what to do with it yet. Or should we go full balls in it for speed build in terms of look, or will we go with proper German clean look? We'll see what we have available first before we make that decision. Then we'll start with the performance. Engine, what we started with, obviously is 2 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged, and this could potentially generate 581 brake horsepower. We have one coil engine, we have some V8s, which gives us over 1000 brake horsepower, and 317 from this one with flat 6. Do we wish this one, or do we wish to go with 3.8 V8, which generates 7 brake horsepower less, but in overall could give us a bit more. 427. Now we'll go with this engine. It's costing 254,000. Then not too shabby, to be honest. Then we are on 300k. Then this will cost about 500k to build overall, and that's not too bad. With buying the car, you can have quick car for 500k. Then that's not too shabby, I would think. We'll build this very quickly. Here is no drama. We always do the same thing, unfortunately. This game meant to be that you will have many options how you can modify the car, but turns out that there is one right way of doing that, and the rest of them, they are for pure fun and enjoyment. Then as we will try to show the best of this car, what we can get from it, then we'll very quickly build it to be the best car. We'll put proper clutch. We already hit 400 plus mark, but interestingly we only have 5 and 6 speed gearbox here, and 5 speed would give us better acceleration, but we'll keep 6 speed because I feel like 6 speed is a better choice. And we'll put our lovely upgrades here. Then we have a repair kit, and we will have a damage reduction. And at outset we can see that this car actually maxed out on high speed. Acceleration is on 8.8 and power on 7.2, which is not too bad, I would think, but definitely we saw better ones than this. Then let us quickly have a look at results, what we can have here. I cannot actually view for some unknown reason. Oh, yeah, I can now. Stats. Then we have 984 brake horsepower. We're missing 26 because I'm using dual turbocharger instead of single one. We accelerate in 2.5 in the 0 to 60, which is amazing. We have 750 torque pounds of torque, which is amazing, and we have top speed of 233 miles per hour. Then that's good start. In terms of body, what we can do with the body? Hood, We'll take the hood, why not? Although I would prefer not to do it, but I know guys you prefer that. And we'll take the Alchemist front end because it looks cool. And splitter, double one. Definitely carbon version on the bottom, just tally up with the upper one, fits like a glove. We'll take the ribeyes, and in terms of glass, we wish yellow ones. Although it's not job spec, but I feel like yellow works well here. In terms of arches, we'll take Pandem because we'll do a touring car build. Then obviously if we're doing touring build, then we need different wings. And are we taking just gentle Alchemist refined skirts? Clubsport, I like this little touch here. In terms of rear end, we'll take really wide version with vents to this side for the brakes, which looks cool. Tail lights, just dimmed version of it. That works for us. In terms of spoiler, can we have something ridiculous? Thank you very much. You never can go wrong with a Volkswagen Golf. If you're looking for ridiculous wings, then they didn't disappoint us here. We wish to have some vents here. Thank you very much. This fits perfectly with the theme. And in terms of rear bumper, I like this, to be honest. This looks cool. In terms of exhaust pipes, we can have two big pipes on the back, which looks cool in my opinion. Wheels, this will be interesting again. I like deep dish rims, but I feel like German cars don't look very good at them. Then what we wish to do, we'll use something else. But we'll take something at random. Number 73. I'm not sure what rims are under 73. No, they will don't fit into this car. But, those are for American builds. Wait, now they're Jap style. Okay, what we can have here? We'll take those ones. We never had any car with those wheels, then it's always a good moment to have one of those. I'm not sure what you think about those type of wheels, but we'll have them here. They look quirky. We'll do the same thing in here, and hopefully they will look semi-decent on this car. I know they look quirky, but maybe this will be quirky looking car. Then we need to find now a wrap which will match those wheels, because this ridiculousness need to follow through. And we'll just put bigger tires in terms of stretch tires. Brilliant. But we need to fix the stance now, because this car sits way too high. We need to lower it as much as possible. We need to put negative cambers to the maximum, because this is our little spaceship. I'm very sorry that I messed this car so badly, and probably you're raging that this car is now ridiculous. It is ridiculous, meant to be ridiculous, and we need to find ridiculous paint for it. And I think we just found the most ridiculous paint which you can find. And we'll take this because it's ridiculous, it's violet, it's vulgar. And now we can actually put effects on it. Nitros, red one. After a tire smoke, definitely pink one. And underglow, jingle balls. You cannot go wrong with this, guys. You seriously cannot go wrong with this build. Looks ridiculous, but I like it. I'm digging the looks of this car. As much as this looks like a car from Toy Story, I think looks cool. And thank you very much for whoever created this build. Well done to you for creating perfect build for this ridiculous car on those ridiculous wheels. And without further ado, guys, we'll move to race number 1. And our pink rocket is ready to start our NASCAR race. We'll see will it achieve better time than the original GTI, which I remind you it was 1 minute 40 seconds and a bit, but we don't go with that a bit. We'll see how this car will stack up against it, and will it corner better, and will it be better on straight line. Look at this, that's beautiful how this car actually drives. We managed to overtake already 2 cars. Last 2 we are on first position. It does feel like it handles better. Nope, it doesn't. With higher speed it's understeering as badly as the original GTI, but it's getting to that speed very quickly, which is really good. Can we actually cheat here slightly by cutting corner at first and after that just living the life without going on top? No, this will don't work here. We will need to reduce the gear. Now we can accelerate and unleash that beautiful 1000 brake horsepower and get to that 200 miles per hour mark, which is nice to be on in Volkswagen Golf. I remind you, it's a just Volkswagen Golf in this game. It looks ridiculous, I know. The comments will say that this car is ridiculously looking, but we play Need for Speed. Most of cars should be ridiculous. If we'll play Forza, I would never build car like that with this kind of color coding or this massive spoiler, but because it's a Need for Speed, you know, everything goes, isn't it? Because it does fit the theme of this game. And this is what matters, that this fits the theme of this game. Okay, what time did we achieve here? 1 minute 37, I would say. We'll see in a moment. 1 minute 37, because I would wish that this would be quicker than... Yes, 1 minute 38.5. Then it was quicker than Golf Mark 1 around this track. But more importantly, everybody can drive and turn left. Sorry, I'm European and we think like that about Americans who cannot drive any other way than NASCAR drivers and turning just left. And if I offended somebody, I'm very sorry. But that's the truth. And we'll go straight into the Sonic and we'll see each other in a moment. And now we have this massive question. Is this Golf better than Golf GTI, who achieved surprisingly 3 minutes and 2 seconds as a time, and I made that massive mistake on the end, and potentially that was the run which could achieve under 3 minutes in Volkswagen Golf Mark 1. Then we'll see is Golf, the modern Golf, can actually achieve the same result as the old GTI. Is this GTI worth assessor of the original GTI? Is that Golf good? That's important questions of the day. Is this Golf worth being called a GTI? And this is actually a big question, guys, because GTI been within Volkswagen for nearly 50 years. Then, you know, if this Golf will not be as fast as the original GTI, and we know that they got heavier and more bulky, and they got turbo and everything else, you know, this would be very sad if this car actually stopped to be proper GTI and it's not any longer a fun car to drive, you know. We're really hoping that this car will do well, because otherwise whole idea of GTI going up the window, like with Type Rs. If you remember Honda's Type Rs, they've been amazing from generation 6, which been only sent on the sold on the Japanese market. 7th generation was good, 8th was acceptable, but the most modern one nobody sensible will buy. It looks like boy racer car. It does not look like something what true fun could actually drive with so much of plastic around it, like it came from Need for Speed Most Wanted in 2002. You know, it's brilliant on poster, but if you think about it, who can spend 30 grand on a car? You know, you need to make decent amount of money each month or each year in order to buy the car. Only people who think that Civic, it's lovely, are people who cannot afford it, or a small narrow group of people who really want to have one or really wish to have car who look like from Need for Speed, and or youngsters who normally don't have a supporting salary to buy this type of car. But you know, that's sad truth about this car, that it didn't hit the market in correct time, because if they would put it on sale in 2004, where Need for Speed movies being Fast and Furious movies being trending, then this would be one of the best cars ever, because people will be hyped that the manufacturer made such a good car and everybody would be hyping around it, but you never know. We hit under 3-minute mark in Volkswagen Golf, guys. I've been bragging about Civics, while this Golf managed, while I'm driving it, hit under 3 minutes time. 2 minutes 56 seconds, guys. That's huge. That's huge for me. 2 minutes 56 seconds. That's the quickest run I done recently on this track, with this ridiculous looking Volkswagen Golf in those silly tires and silly rims with massive spoiler. And I'll show you, just for your information, what we did use here in terms of live tuning. I didn't change absolutely nothing, and this is how we achieved under 3 minutes mark here. Then I do hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed a little brag about Civics as well, and hope you will join me in the next episode. But for now, guys, thank you very much for watching and take care.